Good evening, everybody. I have a current heart situation. Um, what your heart truly is desiring. Um, and I can tell you right now that it's a 3 card spread. I pulled 5 cards because you have a powerful outcome that Spirit's really wanting you to really consider and what it is. So, to everybody, all my subscribers, thank you. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Welcome. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to the family. To everybody who's new on here, welcome. I hope you like the content. I ask that you all utilize the thumbs right below this box in the left-hand side corner. It does help the channel, not just mine, everybody's channels that you guys run into and watch. It helps keep the messages in the algorithm for it to get to the people that it's meant to get to. Take into consideration if it was you that was seeking the confirmation and clarity. So what I have, how we do it is I ask that you use your discernment. If it doesn't resonate, or if it resonates, great. If it doesn't resonate, I ask, and if it jog your mind in any which way, shape, or form, I just simply ask that you leave it for somebody else that it's meant for. It's probably just not your story. Get you on the next. I was able to get a reading posted off of this device, so I'm trying it again, you guys. Anyhow, so for the current situation, you're at a crossroads with the Lovers. We're gonna have to make a choice. It could be it's union, of course, but I feel like it's more than just. I feel like it's more than just making a love situation. I feel like it's about choice and transformation as well. You're being given the chance to really go inwards and consider the situation. And I say this because we also got the Hangman with changing the perspective, being in suspension, finding peace to surrender. Same thing in a different way. And I'm saying this because ultimately, with where your heart's sitting right now, is that you're really debating a love situation, perhaps, and to the situation where the other person hasn't been very forthcoming. And I feel like you've been sitting for a while, and this is obviously why you're coming to this decision choice where you're being forced to make a choice. You're being forced to make this decision by going inwards and giving yourself permission to realize that, or even just like to really do some soul reflecting and ask yourself, what is it that you're really seeking? Is it them coming back, or giving yourself the opportunity to realize that perhaps maybe considering weighing all the pros and the cons and realizing they haven't met you thus far. They haven't really been giving you or pulling their end of the rope, leaving you asking yourself all the questions of like, what about me, or why am I not important? Am I not good enough? And I feel like this is giving yourself permission to see that you don't have to choose them. This is like the end road of where you can finally actually see, do you really want them back? Or you can choose the us coming into union with you and your higher self. And I say that because the whole perspective, really glancing at it from a different perspective, a different angle. The Hangman's about being in suspension, finding the peace and the willingness to surrender the outcome and have faith. Because he's getting the clarity he needs by doing the inward work and putting all the facts, the objective ways of looking at it all instead of using emotion, being objective about it, or seeing it objectively. And knowing that it's okay to choose themselves. Not having to sit there wondering whether you're good enough or what, all those questions, and because you have to remember, you're not stuck. You're not stuck. But you've been sitting idle to where you are stuck. And so, by going in this, taking the time to see it and realize that you're really not stuck. And perhaps maybe what you're seeking is the permission to set yourself free. The hangman doesn't beg for release. He finds enlightenment in being suspended in the air, finding the clarity. And it's not even about giving up. It's not giving up, but letting go in faith and surrendering the outcome. After waiting and waiting and waiting to where you even have to make this choice between you and this person, because this is what where your heart's sitting at the current moment is like, do I let go or do I hang on? And I feel like when you're hanging in this moment of changing your perspective, you ask yourself, when you find this clarity, what is it that you're really seeking? Knowing that this person never really picked up their end of the rope anyways. He doesn't beg for the release, but he's enlightened by the clarity that he's getting, and knowing that maybe after all this time, what you're really seeking is the freedom. Like, not their return, but the freedom of needing them back at all. Does that make sense? Because whoever it is that I'm speaking with right now, you've been sitting stagnant for a really long time. And you're wondering right now whether or not to make the choice of waiting or having a conversation or whatever, or just like, and I feel like you're going inwards and you're realizing here's your confirmation, going inwards and seeking the clarity that you need. You're not giving up. You never gave up. You held your end of the rope. They didn't. It's okay to give yourself permission to set yourself free from constantly waiting. Set yourself free from the idea of, do you really need them back in your life at all? Because I feel like all the time sitting wasted, not wasted, it's lessons learned, but all the time sitting making this decision of which way to go, which way to go. Think of all the opportunities that you could have missed that you didn't even realize because you. It's almost, and then it's not there. Let me see. Because I wanted to say it for some reason. I'm not seeing. Hold on. But it's almost like, and maybe you did have a Four of Cups moment. Most of us do constantly, anyways, and with all these offers, but with your head down, you're missing these potential missings, of whatever could have come in. But anyways, when you're in suspension, you're thinking of all these things. So in your current state right now is making the ultimate choice. It's okay to choose you. You're not letting go. You've objectively, already went through all the questionings, the answer, you've done all that. You're surrendering. You're surrendering it to faith. You've gotten the clarity that you're seeking, and what you're seeking is really the freedom and the permission to be able to know that it's okay to stop needing that, stop wanting that, because that's ultimately when your healing journey is going to start. And you have to quit asking yourself why you're not good enough, because you are good enough, just not for that person anymore. And so for the outcome, what lies ahead is, death, the ending of this constant waiting, this constantly choosing somebody else always over you, putting yourself in a closet while they go out and do God knows what. You're choosing you. It's okay to end that chapter and surrender it to faith. Love don't run. And it doesn't beg. You don't chase it. You should never have to chase it. You're going to see the truth in all this. Ultimately, you're going through a transformation where you're releasing the idea that you need external validation when you don't. You're seeking it, you're going to seek it within. You don't need to choose somebody else. You don't need somebody else, especially somebody who's not even holding their side of the rope. They're going to let you fall. You're sitting there hanging. You shouldn't even have to go to that degree in any kind of situation like that. And I think that's why you get the clarity that you're seeking. And I feel like this is where you finally give yourself permission. Or not the permission. You're seeking the freedom to let it go. You're seeking the freedom to know that it's okay to stop wanting that. often get entangled up in so much comfort that we don't even realize that what is it standing in for? If it's not satisfying anymore, what is it standing in for? I feel like this is what you've come to. And so ultimately, the transformation that you're going to, you're moving forward and walking away from the old and releasing it. You're walking away from the old and releasing it. It's okay. You're not giving up. You're surrendering it to faith. You gotta utilize that. They keep saying, make sure that's known. So I feel like you're somebody who always questions, what if you do this? And then, boom. No, you didn't give up. You chose you. You're choosing you. It's okay to choose you. With the Hierophant and the Death together, it's about leaving behind what no longer serves you. Giving yourself the freedom and the permission to know that it's okay. So I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Do I want to? Surrendering it, and that doesn't mean go off. You don't have to go off, and I'm gonna have to do this because of this next card at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're surrendering it. You're not giving up. You're handing it over. You're working on yourself. It's okay to work on yourself. And I say that because I feel like you're being asked to be patient. Because you have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom. And this is, you've invested a lot of time and energy. You've invested a lot of time and energy into something. Step back and let it go. Surrender into the outcome. Be patient. See what happens. And yeah, there's potential chance that you're going to be walking into the unknown or to the possibilities of different situations, okay? But you don't have to hurry to do that. You don't have to do that. To not engage in confrontation. Don't engage in conflict. To be mindful that that doesn't make you a selfish bitch. That doesn't make you, because this is the next intermediate. This is conflict, confrontation. Maybe they don't agree, or maybe they're gonna be like, wait a minute. They're gonna see that. Don't engage in it. Mindfully let them be aware that you got the clarity you needed. Maybe you asked this person questions like, hey, this is where I'm sitting, where are you sitting? Should I get off the pot? Type of situation. And they gave you nothing. And so this is where you're sitting now. Choosing you. The Hangman can't hang upside down forever, obviously. The blood's going to rush to his brain. But in the original tarot, there's a light behind his head. It's because there's enlightenment, clarity. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. Something else is coming in. And whether this is going to be a transmutative situation or not, the Eight of Wands is fast momentum. This is coming quick. So I feel like this is why you're having to do this. I'm gonna leave that. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. We'll leave it there. Something else is coming in for you. In order for this energy to come in, you have to release the old. Whether or not it comes back transmuted or not is the whole. Who knows what it is. But this is why you're having to come into this particular moment, is because you have to release the old that's not serving you anymore in order for this new momentum to come through. And it's something to do with a lot of passion. Your authenticity, your passion, your charisma, your eagerness, your confidence. It's gonna require you to be strong and fresh. Whatever it is that's coming in. But I don't feel like you can step into this energy as long as you're sitting here anymore. It's taking up everything. And I feel like you're with that Seven of Pentacles, it's requiring you to sit back and really recharge. Whatever it is. Yeah. It's the ending of this. This is the no more. It's over. It's closure. It's hit rock bottom. It's ending. It's final chapter. It can't go on no more. This is you're here. This is it. So it's okay not to give up. Surrender it. Close yourself off, at least what's no longer serving you anymore. To become a better version of yourself. Don't rush into things. Enjoy the fruits of whatever you have built right now. Maybe you're rebuilding yourself. Rewiring your brain. Don't engage in no conflict. Don't give in to any of that. Be mindful. Boundaries. Boundaries. You're allowed to be human as much as anybody else. Because something's on the horizon. In order for this to come in, you have to let go of that. So that's where I'm going to leave it. And it's going to require you to be fully recharged. Just know that this part is done. So whether or not that's this coming back or not, I have no clue. But this energy, the past resolves has to come. It's the end. This is the chapter that closes. So with that being said, just be mindful. Don't engage. Be patient. Don't rush into nothing. Work on you. Your inner, just work on you. I feel like is what the message is coming through. And leave it like that. Surrendering it, the outcome. I feel like the rest will follow. So the rest will follow. A new chapter is beginning. You have to let go of this for this next to come in. Something's coming. It's going to require you to have that fire in you lit, and it's not lit right now. So work on that, okay? You're not giving up. You're trusting the process. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next.